folks, Mr. Tolly. I got a project from a friend of mine who had a, called it kind of a cane chair, I guess you'd say. But this is it. Got a little base here that you stab it into the ground, and this part opens up like that, and this went across and stretched across there for a seat. This is obviously not good anymore, and it's fairly light duty. It's a pigskin, and it's about a 2 to 3 ounce pigskin. It's not a very heavy piece of leather at all. So what I've done is I've taken that apart. I've gone ahead and dyed a couple of pieces a nice rich kind of a chocolate brown. Just dip dyed them, and I'm going to cut these out the same as the seat piece and make a new seat. And this is a 3 to 4 ounce, so it's a little heavier leather. The other seat had a piece on the back. This wraps around, does some other funky stuff. You'll have to see it when it's done. I'll show you a little more along the way. But I'm fortunate in that it was still together. The seat was just ripped. So I have a pattern to go from, because the end has a little different cut to it. I have that. I have all the pieces for it, and it should be pretty easy, I hope, in the long run. I'm going to hand stitch everything. I'm going to use a little tighter stitch, probably about 8 stitch per inch, just to give it a little more strength. Won't look as pretty because the holes are smaller, but it'll still look good. And that's where I'm going to go with it. So I thought I'd let you see it kind of in the beginning here, and then I'll take you and show you a little bit along the way too. This kind of has a goofy cut to it, so I just decided I'd measure how deep that cut went, and just a simple arc. Use your coffee can lid to make the arc. Grab the X-Acto, and I've drawn, most of the patterns are just drawn right on the leather. Simple fact, I will probably not ever do one of these again. It's all in places that'll never show. And what would I want to make a pattern for? So I just drew it right on the leather, took all my measurements, measured everything, measured twice, cut once. And just cut her a little. My grandkids are over, and the baby just doesn't want nothing to do with something out there. It's just a few of my grandkids. It surely isn't all of them. Just 4. And Autumn is not happy. I don't know if you could hear it or not. She's not very happy. So once I get these cut, I'm going to oil this up real good. And I don't think I'm going to use a Vaseline on it. I think I'm just going to use an oil finish and maybe some Carnauba to make it look a little prettier and shine it up a little. Just because I really don't think it's going to take any more than that. I need it to stay soft and supple. Vaseline tends to add a little stiffness to it. I don't like the way tan coat acts, so straight oil finish I think we're going to go. But once I get a little farther along here, I'll come back. it is. I don't want to stab myself too hard. So what it does is it goes like this, and this creates a seat. Kind of cool. It is made in England. It's called the Featherweight, W-A-T-E. It's a pretty neat little deal. When you fold it up, it makes a handle up here. You can use it like a cane. It just pokes in when you want to sit on it. You can flip this piece down and it'll still allow to pivot one direction anyway, so that you don't tip over. You don't want to tip over. But that's pretty, you know, it's not really a point, it's pretty blunt, but yeah, I think it's a pretty neat little unit. I have no idea the age on it or anything, but it is pretty cool if you're at one of those events where you, I don't know, you're outside and you got to do your thing out there. Pretty neat to be able to carry a little chair with you and still be able to use it as a cane. I may have to go and invent something since I walk with a cane. It's pretty slick. I like it a lot. So I'm going to call my buddy and say, got your walking stick done. Did take a couple of days. Like I said, it's just a Carnauba cream and oil finish on it. The leather that I used is significantly heavier than what was originally used, which I think I said this is probably about a 2-ounce glazed pigskin, and I used about a 4-ounce. I used the heavier sections anyway, so it's about a 3 to 4, pretty solid 4 on it, cowhide, and I think it's going to be a lot stronger. My stitching, I did, I don't know how well you'll be able to see, I did use the 0.8mm thread, and you know, you can't really tell the angle on the stitch. There is a little bit of an angle. The thread that was used on this was really too light for something like that, in my opinion. I used a 0.8mm. It's got about a 30-pound breaking strength. And I used 8 stitches per inch instead of my usual 6. I wanted it strong and sturdy and solid, and I think that's what we got. So I'm going to call my buddy, let him know it's done, and it's going to cost him about $5 million. I like doing repair work. I like projects like this because they it's always a little different than the normal stuff. So y'all stay tuned for more videos coming down the pike. And as always, stay safe and God bless. Thanks for watching.